and that
Occupation no more!
I'm proud that every single one of you got up in the morning when no doubt it was raining in London and outside London, some of you who have travelled to represent London and the UK for Jerusalem, for Al-Quds!
Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! Free, free! Palestine! I wanted to talk to you very quickly about just one thing that's happened over the last few days, and that is G4S. Because of the campaigning against G4S, because of the pressure on G4S, G4S felt at their AGM on Thursday they had no choice but to commit to pulling out of those contracts with the Israeli Prison Service. Now we've got to keep G4S on their toes, we've got to increase the pressure to actually make this happen, because we all know that we can't trust what G4S says. But this is the sign that together, if we work together, if we work in an organised way, if we focus, if we target, if we support Palestine, we can all make a difference.
I want to begin by thanking all of you for coming today. As a Palestinian, I not only know how important and it is how crucial to show solidarity with people of Palestine, but also how crucial it is to raise awareness. Jerusalem is the land of peace, the land of prophet and messenger. Jerusalem is the center point of the Palestinian-Israeli conflict. Israel doing everything it can to make Jerusalem its internal capital. They have been confiscating land, building settlement and setting law, making it impossible for our fellow Palestinians to live, jeopardizing everything, every chance of long-standing peace. 15 settlements have been built, covering 35% of East Jerusalem. 40% of the land has been designated as a green zone, stopping Palestinians from both building and living in it. However, this has not obstructed Israel from building further settlement. The apartheid wall was built to reduce the Arab population in Jerusalem, therefore allowing even more settlement to be built. And even though a decision was made to keep the Arab population at 20%, 22% or less, today we constitute 35%, and we will continue to raise the support and awareness till justice is reached. No peace till Jerusalem become the capital of Palestine. No justice, no peace, free, free Palestine. Thank you very much.
Free, free Palestine! Free, free Palestine!
As you know, Jerusalem is a pivotal city to all three monotheistic faiths. Shared worship in the city has been an essential part of its history. Unfortunately, this plurality is facing increasing threats as the Israeli policies on the ground continue to undermine all non-Jewish claims to the city. Israel continues to impose restrictions on the Palestinians wishing to pray within the holy sites. Whilst the world is progressing forward in all different aspects, modern history has shown us the abolishment of slavery. Yet the Palestinians are being treated like slaves in their own homes and on their own lands. Whilst imperialism has retracted back from colonizing other countries, and indeed some of the major colonizing countries of the 19th and 20th century are now on the brink of bankruptcy themselves, we see that Israel continues to expand in its colonization of Palestinian land illegally. Here, officially, Israel is considered a progressive democratic country. How can it be so when they are violating human rights openly, when there are hundreds of people being killed and thousands of homes being demolished under this so-called progressive country? We are here today as part of a global movement towards Jerusalem. We are here to say no to slavery, no to imperialism, no to colonization, no to illegal settlements, no to racism, no to apartheid, no to discrimination. And our message to the British government is stop supporting the apartheid state of Israel and end the occupation of Palestine.
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it? What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it? From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river.
Palestine forever!
From the river to the sea.
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river. Gaza, Gaza, don't you cry.
We will never let you die!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
Free, free!
Palestine!
In our thousands, in our millions!
We are all Palestinians!
In our thousands, in our millions!
We are all Palestinians!
No!
Israel!
No, no!
Israel!
No, no!
Israel!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
What do you want?
Justice!
When do you want it?
Now!
From the river to the sea!
Palestine will be free!
From the sea to the river!
Palestine forever!
In 2013, the British government updated its position on the Israel-Palestine conflict, which you can read on the government website. It says the Foreign Secretary has made clear that there is no more urgent foreign policy in 2013 than restarting Israel-Palestine talks and making substantive progress towards a solution. And it continues, the conflict matters to British national security and we should take every opportunity to help promote peace. But a year later, what has the British government done to promote peace? Well, these are just a few things it's done. It has continued to sell Israel billions of pounds worth of military equipment, despite a European Union law on arms exports that makes it clear that weapons should not be sold if they are likely to facilitate repression or aggression or aggravate tensions in a particular region. In March, the Prime Minister David Cameron visited Israel and reassured the Israeli politicians responsible for the occupation of Palestine that they have nothing to fear. They can come to Britain and don't worry, you have nothing to fear, you won't be arrested for your crimes, for your human rights abuses in Israel and Palestine. The Prime Minister also said that he was proud to pursue the strongest and deepest possible relationship between Israel and the United Kingdom. He boasted about the trade between these two countries, worth billions of pounds every year. As Israel continues to expand its territories, it continues to occupy Palestine. as it cleanses Jerusalem of more and more of its Palestinian residents, the British government continues business as usual. It continues its military partnership with Israel. It continues to sell weapons of mass destruction to Israel. It continues to remain silent about the daily crimes the Israeli state commits against the Palestinians of that land. The British government says it pursues that policy because it supports peace in the region. We must continue to expose this irreconcilable hypocrisy. We must demand that the British government ends its support for the human rights abuses that continue against Palestinians, the settlements, the expansion. Only when we as British citizens have achieved this goal of stopping the government's support of Israeli crimes can we consider ourselves true friends of Palestinians.
What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now. What do we want? Justice. When do we want it? Now.
It means that you have the Palestinian Solidarity Campaign and you have organizations like Friends of Al-Aqsa. All these are coming together, whether Muslim or non-Muslim, but the goal is one. The goal is so that all people can live and coexist in peace and harmony and live under the freedom, meaning living in freedom, living as ordinary citizens in the land, in the Holy Land, the land which Almighty Allah the Creator has blessed. Not only is the mosque blessed, alladhi barakna hawlahu, but also the surrounding precincts are blessed. The surrounding precincts of Al-Aqsa, Jerusalem, which includes the land of Syria, Sham, Lebanon, all this is the whole land of Sham area.
Gaza, no Ukraine! We will never let you die! Gaza, no Ukraine!